naked. She knew things that the Most High didn't tell mankind. So this food was different than the food we have. Now you can relate it to some degree. There's certain foods you can eat even on this side that enhances your memory, that enhances your vision. It's what you eat that keeps your body strong, that does certain things within your body, even your mind. But this food before the garden was shut was stronger. It was greater. Okay, you understand? Read Revelations 22. Let's see what happens when the Most High gives us this tree back. Start at the first verse. Read.
Revelations 22:1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb. And in the midst of the street of it, and the either side of the river, there was the tree of life.
The tree of life. Now you know Adam was banished from the tree of life. The Most High put two angels in front to stop mankind from ever partaking in this tree. Read.
Which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month.
See that? So this tree was different. It's not like the trees you have here, which will have the same fruit on it every year. This tree was special. It gave you one new fruit for each month that did something for the body. Read.
And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations.
So when the Most High gives us this tree back, the nations will be able to take a leaf off and eat it and ward off any sickness and live through the whole tenure of Christ's power. So the leaf is for what?
And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations.
So with this tree, man becomes immortal. That's what the tree is, brother. It was an actual fruit that we have no entrance or no power to get to now. You got that? Now ain't that more simpler to understand than going into the tree had something to do with sex? It's these philosophers that's out there that's confusing people. Just stick with the word. Just stick with the word. Now I'm going to ask you, if it wasn't in the Bible, where did it come from? Thank you. Thank you, brother. It came from man. Get Ecclesiastes 12:12. Ecclesiastes 12:12. Thank you. It came from man. Read that.
Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further, by these my son be admonished, of making many books there is no end.
There is no end to these books they're making. The Egyptian Book of the Dead and all these other books they're making. There's no end to it. Why? Because it'll pull you out of the one book you need to understand. And see, I'm going to show you the power of Satan when it comes to these books. He's actually introducing to mankind what he introduced to Eve in the garden. A higher understanding outside of what the Most High gave you. You understand? So, yeah, yes. Adam and Eve was content and they had everything they needed. But Satan always offer a higher knowledge outside of what the Most High give you. Like, man, listen, I understand they deal with that Bible, but there's some greater knowledge out there, brother. There's some higher knowledge that the Egyptians was dealing on a high level, brother. Check out this book. Now, I'm just giving you. Yeah. See, but this is, we teaching, brother. You got to let us teach, all right? Come on. I'm going to show you something, brother. Because they haven't submitted themselves to the knowledge of the Most High, right? Their knowledge have perverted them. They're perverted. Like, how can you break down an English word to break down and give understanding to Hebrews who had no knowledge of English? Moses did not give Israel 3 deity names because he had no understanding of an eye. There was no such thing as eyes and Y's. I mean, Y, the sound, was Y, which was, I is synonymous to Y. So he had no knowledge at all of the English language. So how could he have had some foresight into a future English language and make Israel out of 3 gods in English when there was no English? So even when you talk to an Egypt, like I've spoken with them, and I came back to them and asked them, did Moses speak English, brother? Well, no. So how did he get Israel from 3 gods in English? Does it make any sense to you? It's an actual Hebrew word, which means Yasher Allah. It means to be a prince of God. It's an actual Hebrew word, Yasher Allah. It's not is, it's not Ra or El. It's Yasher Allah. Well, you have to be taught. See, and it's the nation's job to keep you from coming into who you are. So they defame you so that you will stay lost. All right? We don't give no credence to the Egyptian powers. Our God, Ahia, took down the Egyptian gods. So how can I have an Egyptian teach me about my foreparents? We know that the Egyptians and their religions have a problem with us and our God. So how can I go into Egyptology to find me? That's part of our destruction, brother. The Egyptians are philosophers. That's all there ever been. And all the knowledge that they did have came from our father Abraham. Abraham taught the Egyptians mathematics. It all came from our fathers. Okay? So when they go into small things like Israel come from 3 Egyptian gods, I have to,